Hello everyone. Once again, I welcome you to Hugar Social Academy. In this session, let me brief you about the foreign policy of India. Our first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who has been referred as father of Indian foreign policy. Regarding this chapter, Indian foreign policy, I have briefly explained, and the long video regarding this chapter is already uploaded. But there are few things are being there which it has been felt that it has to be brought up once again to you in a proper and clear way so that you can more understand regarding the foreign policy. So here in the our Indian foreign policy, there are several factors are there which determines which are responsible for the proper foreign policy. So our Indian foreign policy, which is been described in the form of common, internal, and external. So only regarding this topic, let me brief you. So the factors which are making to frame the foreign policy, and in that the common factor which has been said, right? Common determining factors. Okay, it's a common determining factors. When we say common determining factors, now the word is being used unity and sovereignty. Unity and sovereignty of nation. Okay, this is very important. Unity and sovereignty. Why it is been? Because see, unity we can understand. Unity, what we can do, we can understand. It's about ekta, okay, which is very important to the any of the nation. But in the sovereignty, right, sovereignty which refers to the power of a nation which is being given to the government, power of a nation which is been given to the government to run the administration. We refer it as a what? As a sovereignty we call it. Okay, this sovereignty plays a very important role in the way in our day to day development of a nation. So unity and sovereignty. Okay, sovereignty, what we say that the power which is been given to the power which has been given by the nation to run the administration, to which one? To the government. We refer it as a sovereignty. So it is very important. Second one is what? It is interdependence. What it is? It's a interdependence. We very well know that every country is not self-sufficient. Every country has to depend on whom? On the other nation for their development. Okay. So when we look after the geographical part of India, half of the area is being covered with the land border and half of the it is covered with the water body. And if you look after the geographical part of the other number of nations, India's geographical is totally unique. So in such cases, the requirements what we are we needed, right? Everything can't be fulfilled. So there is sometimes requirement what it is that we have to reach up to the other nation. So interdependence, and moreover, India, which is divided number of 28 states, even 28 states also there is a dependence, interdependence. So it's a common factor he mentions. Another side, what he says that protection. It's very important. See, it's a protection related to the country, protection related to the country. India with a huge population, right? Government has to think of it. It has to protect the security, right, to the people also, and even to regarding the country also. And we very well know that who are our enemies, right? So from them, it becomes very important that the protection has to be done, right? And development, he says, development of national interest, and that's very right. We have to go with the national interest. Okay, we can't go away from the national interest. And our national interest, what it says that we are going to protect our nation from the encroachers. Once we did it, and we will not allow the same thing to be repeated. 1947, we remember, every one of us Indian citizen, we remember how we got the liberation. And now we will not allow any of the other nations to do or to rule on our nations. So for that we have to totally go with the which one, with our national interest. And the fourth one, what it is, a stimulating. Okay, it's about the stimulating factors. Now what are these stimulating factors? Very very important. It's a stimulating factors, it has been said. Now stimulating factors, when we say, it's a common, we are talking about common determining factors. In this stimulating factors, it's about what we can think on it. It's regarding the influence of voting. We very well know that every 5 years we will get the voting power. So voting power also influence related to the development of the state or the development of the nation. It's regarding the public investment. Okay, these are the examples of stimulating factors. Influence, like influence of vote, influence of voter or voters, investment of the public, social and cultural change, and we are seeing nowadays, right, what socially condition it was earlier period, what presently it is there. Even in the same way with the culture, what it was earlier, what it is present now, these it will go on changing. Okay, but according to that only, what we have to do, we have to work on it. So stimulating factors refers to some of the changes, whether in the form of regarding the public investment, whether in the form of social and cultural changes it may be there. So these are the stimulating factors. So these are the common determining factors which every nation, what they will do, they will look after it. Another side, there is a one more topic. It's a talk related to not common determining, it's a now talk related to the internal. What it is, it's regarding the internal determining factors. Okay, it's a internal determining factors. Now what are these internal determining factors? The first one, what he says that, he says that geographical, what it is, that geographical and location, geographical and location of nation. And we very well know that just now we say it as Indian geographical is totally changed. Okay, I think, like India geographical position, how beautiful it is. None of the nation in this world are having that type of geographical feature. We are surrounded by the land, and even we are being surrounded by the which one, with the water body, which help us naturally protection to our nation. So it's a matters. Okay, another side, what it is said, it is a size of population. And now I feel that every Indian should be proud regarding one thing, what it is, that we have tremendously, we had a good progress in the way in the growth of the population. So almost we are on the first position compared to the population. But very serious issue is that how the country is going to deal with this much of big population, where because of the rise of the population, different types of problems which arises. It's the biggest exam to all the number of state government or the central government to tackle this growth of population, as rise of the population brings lot of requirements which is very tough to be fulfilled, keeping a short size of the land area or our geographical area. So size of the population matters. Another side, it's a ideological. Okay, it's about which one? It's about the ideological economic. Okay, it's about the ideological economic and military aspects, he says. Okay, military aspects. Now we have to understand what does this ideological economy it mean. Ideological economy refers to how you are going to develop your economy, which is one of the biggest challenge to any of the governments or any of the country. How you are going to develop your economy, what type of progress you are going to do related to your economy, where you are going to boost your economy. Where it comes under the ideological economy. Okay, and another side, when we talk about military aspects, when we talk, okay, time to time there is a need of a change in our military also. Okay, we very well know that we are having the external forces also, internal forces also. Now, internal maybe, external maybe, how you are going to change, it's because we can't use the same technology of the weapons which we used in the 1971 war, in the 1962 war, or in the 1948 it may be there, or 65 may be there. We can't use those technology. So it becomes what it is at, for the secureness, for the security, time to time there should be a need of change. So it is comes under the military aspects. Okay, understood. Ideological and military gives a different meaning. Ideological, it talks because the word is economic. It talks related to the growth of the economy, how the government is going to use it. So this is related to the internal determining factors. There is one more which is called as a external now. Okay, which is called as a what? External determining factors. We will go with the which one? With the external determining factors. Okay, and it's in this external determining, he says international, what he says, international conditions. Okay, now when we talk about international conditions, when we talk, see, every nation is having the trade business with every nation. This is one aspect. Another aspect is that what type of relationship is been there with the other nations, that also one of the aspect. Okay, it's a external we are talking. So we are leaving our country, when we are moving with the other nations, so what type of strategy we will have with them. Okay, we will not make the same strategy what we have made with the Pakistan, we will not make. We will make a different strategy with the with the Russia. There is a difference there. Okay, because we believe in the peace and non-violence, so on the basis of that our strategies will be prepared. So international condition, what it is, right? And in our Indian foreign policy, when we look over, we can clearly understand that we follow the non-alignment policy. So international condition has to be observed. The very next one is what? It's a relation. It talks about relation, and what is that? Relation and international organization. International organization. We know very well that in the year 1945, UNO came into the power, and UNO, its organ, and moreover about the number of other organization which have joined. India is also the part of it, of all the number of organs. So here what it is, what type of relation you are going to develop with the number of nation, and regarding the international organization, what type of role you are going to play, what they will play, what type of role you are going to play. But how come, when we look over, India plays a very important role in this international organization. So there is a need of what? There is a good development it is been needed. Like for example, International Monetary Fund, IBRD, International Bank of Rural and Development. Both are very important organ because they are the booster of economy of the countries. So development of relation. And third one is what? It's a global public opinion. Okay, global public opinion it is. It's a talk related to your opinions, right? What type of opinion? See, we are having number of issues are there presently which have been revolving around us. Whether it is regarding the eradication of the poverty, it's a thinking of the rise of the population, and major related to the economy, and one of the biggest hurdle to the whole world, terrorism. It's a public opinion which brings very, very important point among the in front of the world. So public opinion is also very, very important. So in this way, our Indian foreign policy is being shaped by these several factors in the form of common, internal, and external. Okay. Hope this topic you have clearly understood of each and every word what it want to say to us. I'll come with more and other difficulties if you have been facing as, and I'm very thankful to all those my viewers who are observing the videos, and they are commenting related to if further related any of the other topics, being listening, and then also if they have been facing and they have been approaching me to come with the once again with the different again, to clarify the topic. So I will be always available for you with your comments. You let me know regarding the different chapters which you want to know more, and regarding the important topics which you feel difficulties. So let me come with again with the new more videos, and keep watching all my videos. And the chapter, as I said, this is already uploaded, but this is a separate topic which I brought for you from the Indian foreign policy and global challenges.